Hello everybody and welcome to something a little different. This is Factorio. This is it's a automated factory resource management game. You do what it says in the tin, you build a factory of your own design to produce components and buildings and other things, and you have resources. You have coal, copper, and iron in the base game, and oil, crude oil, which you can refine into heavy, medium, heavy, and light oil and petroleum. But we'll get onto that later. And you are not alone on the planet that you happen to be standing on. Nope, that was a bit unfortunate timing. There are natives. They are sort of a bug-type alien creature, and they do not take kindly to the pollution that your factories put out. Factories and power generation. However, I am playing a modded version of Factorio on the experimental build. I'm currently running 13.9, and I'm using a decent list of mods, the main one being Angel's Infinite Ores, along with Angel's Refining and Angel's Ore Processing, which changes the base ores of iron and copper. The base game has literally just big veins of iron ore and copper ore sat there. It changes it to other ores, Saphirite, being the main producer of iron, and coal stays the same, so does crude oil, and Stereotype being the main producer of copper. There's also a couple of other ores. There's one down here, Rubite, giving lead, nickel, aluminium, gold, titanium and tungsten. I have no idea if those are actually produced or are useful. Probably not. And there's another ore here. I believe that's an ore. No, that is moss. This was unplanned. There's Bobmonium, which I believe is for another major mod called Bob's Mod, but I haven't got that. I believe most of the other ores are for maybe Bob's Mod. I'm not actually entirely sure, but I just need Saphirite and Stereotype for iron and copper. Now, in original vanilla Factorio, you would literally just use a drill once you get there to mine the iron and then smelt it. But in this, it's a bit more complicated. I have skipped the very beginning of the game setting up because it's very long and tedious, using burner mining drills and ore crushers, because you have to crush the ore to get something smeltable out of it, but it also produces crushed rock, which you then have to sort out. And I am just in the process of advancing my Saphirite crushing to make it more efficient, because I was using a couple of burner crushers and then just smelting this crushed spherite directly. But what we can do once you get the research is you can make the process more efficient. It takes more space, but you can make it more efficient. Let's just put something into research. Yeah, all the mods add their own layers of research, ore refining and such things. This is part of Angel's Refining. I have Big Brother, which changes the way the sector scanners work. Slag processing is part of Angel's Refining, so is water treatment. I have a couple of others. I can't. There we've got Distance Plus to give me longer underground belts and pipes. I've got Tank Works, which introduces new tanks and ammo types. I have Uranium Power because running everything off steam power is dull. I have air filtering to reduce pollution. I have a train tanker for transporting oil or liquids. I have a couple of endgame things like an orbital ion cannon because I happen to be a fan of Command & Conquer, so ion cannon was the logical choice. Cargo rockets, that's a mod for making the rocket silo more useful than just upping a number every time you launch it. Pretty sure I've got a couple of others that I can't remember. Electric furnaces, that's one. I've got electric furnaces which give me electric furnace versions of all the furnaces and a couple of extra electric furnaces. Advanced drills which give me better mining drills, and I believe that is about it. I'll have to look through my mod list and actually see what I've got. I do have a couple of other mods that I've deactivated because they were a bit useless, like a solar panel one, but it was kind of broken. So what I'm doing here is I am, well, advancing my refining process of spherite, because like I said, I would just put it into a ore crusher and then smelt the crushed spherite into iron and pick out the crushed stone, which I have plenty of. That's just a wooden chest, but I have been collecting iron quite a lot. But now I have the research, I can make it slightly more automated. If I click on the right one, I need some stone bricks, which I haven't actually got anything set up for, so let me just make some of those. That was poorly planned. I need to turn some crushed stone into stone, so let's do that. Crushed stone can be turned into stone, or later on with the refining methods you can turn it into minerals or other things by turning it into a sort of slurry using complicated methods, but we'll get into that later when we come to it. Let's just make some bricks for now. A few more. You get this crushed stone when crushing spherite or stearite. How would you pronounce that one? Stearite. I get it right. It's all here. I have my inserters pick it out, although I do now have the technology for filter inserters, which will just pick out the crushed stone and not the stearite as well. Scoop all that up. I'll show you how this works. This is the exact same setup I had for the spherite. Just a couple of basic inserters. Because you can't smelt crushed stone, it just picks out the ore. And hope, in theory, the other two just eject crushed stone, but that's not always the case. Especially if these inserters can't keep up. I could now replace those with filter inserters, but I don't want to. The filter inserters are actually part of a mod. I do have it researched down here. Not automation, electronics. I couldn't tell you which mod that was though, because it doesn't say. At least I believe it's part of a mod. Unless it's actually just part of the base game now, I'm not entirely sure, because I've not played the base game for the experimental version of Factorio. I haven't actually put anything into research. Let's put something useful into research. I do have some bugs around somewhere, although I'm not affecting them yet. I haven't actually built any scanners to find them. I could actually do that now. Let's get a couple of radars. That's 5. That's another mod I have, Squeak Through. Lets me pass in between buildings like this. I can just walk in between my burners rather than having to walk all the way around. Same with, well, anything. If you got drills bunched up together, you can walk between those. Another mod I have is called Flow Control, which gives me these different pipes. I can put straight pipes next to each other and they won't connect. And it also gives me some valves and pumps, like non-return valves, so that I can pump liquids out of things rather than just have it flow around and equalize everywhere. Right, well that one was done. That was armor crafting. Okay, so also have landfill. I'm not sure if that's part of a mod or whether it's just there. Let's get walls because I know I'm going to get attacked once I set up my industry. Right, now I've got some. Not enough bricks. That wasn't the amount of bricks that I was looking for. I still have 45 in my inventory. Let's have another. Let's have 100. Once we get the crushers. I do also have a mod for recycling. It's called Z Recycling, but it fills up my crafting window with a bunch of recycling options, which I can't actually use unless you actually build a recycler. The recyclers are useful for taking this crap that I don't need, like the burner ore crushers and the burner mining drills, and actually giving me back what they're made from. So I might reinstall that one. Or just turn it back on, because the experimental version of Factorio has a mod browser built in, which is very handy indeed. We have enough iron to do whatever the hell I please. Let's stick that in there. Oh, you can only stick 50. That's typical. Well, we'll let that melt down. In fact, we'll just put down another one. I'll just have to pick it up again. There we go. We'll stick that down. It didn't come prepared, as it seems. Right, I don't need the burner crushers. I need the electric crushers because they're more efficient. Well, they're quicker as well, and they don't require coal to power them. So where do I want to put these? I suppose I could just have it where I had them. I do want a few more than just 2 though. I have a nice little line. Got plenty of Saphirite. I've also got the RSO mod, which is the resource spawner overhaul, which changes the way these resources spawn. It makes them spawn less, but the further away you go, they spawn more rich. Although I do have it set in the game options that all of my deposits are very rich anyway, because that was just playing this on my own. I didn't actually plan on making a video about it, but I thought, why not? See, now I've got a useless burner ore crusher and useless burner miner drills in my inventory. I'll have to turn on the recycling mod again so I can get rid of this nonsense and get whatever they're built of back again. I mean, these are built of stone, so I'll just get stone back for that. But those I'll get the gear wheels, iron plates and stone furnaces back. Which is kind of handy. Right, now we've got some drills. Let's get another 2 of those just for now. I can always expand it more because I'm going to expand it out this way. Don't need... Oh, I'm out of pickaxes. Don't need that track anymore. Let's have 5 of those. I mean, I could just quickly knock out some steel and have some steel pickaxes, which is actually a better idea than what I'm thinking. Put 20 plates in there. That should give me 40 plates. That should give me about 20 steel. No, it shouldn't, because my math is terrible. That should give me about 8 steel. Because picking up anything is slow when you haven't got a pickaxe. But right, now we can continue on with this anyway. So that and there. Give it some power. Can take that one away now, because it's connected over there. Let's just increase this to... Yeah, we'll do it to there, because I'm just going to use regular inserters. So... And inserts are quite slow. So we've got that. You do have to set what the ore crusher crushes, because it can crush pretty much anything. There's a couple of other ores there. There's jivalite and Crontinium. But I haven't found those yet, so you can also crush stone into slag, which is used for a different refining process, turning slag into mineral slurry, which can then turn into ores of other types, but I haven't researched that yet, so there's no point. I will need to also automate red science packs. I haven't got anything that changes the production of science, just gives me extra science to play with. I've got 5 steel there, so that's enough for a steel X. That'll do for now. Okay, so I'm going to be awkward here and have that come that way, and that come that way, and join in the middle. But we need more inserters, so yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have everything dumped onto this and have filter inserters pick out the stone for later use. Just put on a belt. So probably be better off using fast inserts here. I only need 5, so need a tool belt upgrade. I need to put my radars down as well. So let's do that. Let's pop down some radars. That'll do. Now of course they're going to be really slow because I haven't actually researched any efficiency or anything. Still producing plenty of electricity. I do have 10 steam engines running, so no fear there. You've now given me 3 steel, which is useless, but never mind. So now what we need is the inserters. I can't remember whether I actually put that mod back on. I did. I have a mod that changes inserters. You can change which side of the lane they dump on, and also where they take from. I can't remember that shortcut, but I remember the shortcut for belt side. So we'll just do it like that. And they can dump on both sides of the belt. Not that it makes a difference, but right, onwards to my factory planning. Now what I want to happen is for you to come down here, and I need to get some sorters, which requires more bricks, which requires more stone, which is going to require me to make some more. And we want a couple of filters really along here. Probably something like that. Just filtering out crushed stone. Let's take that one more up. Then I can have it join in with this one. I haven't researched any of the longer underground belts. They you build them separately. They cost more, transport belts basically, to be longer. So we'll do that, and we'll bring those down there like that. I'll just have that run off over there for now. That way I can scoop it up, and you will filter. Oh, Uranium Power's had a icon update, and we'll just get you to filter out crushed stone like that. So now, if I get you to crush Sophia right like that, everything will drop down, and because those are unpowered, they won't do anything, which is a good start. We'll have those do that. Probably don't need 6 there, but I thought I might as well, just in case. Just in case the throughput's too quick. Although it looks like just a 2 will do. Anyway, let's get those bricks in the oven before I forget what it is I'm supposed to be doing. A few more stone. I could actually set up a factory and turn this crushed stone into stone. I do usually do that. Now I'll make some more bricks, because I need a ore sorting facility. Crush that by hand. Now these things are big. I actually want my spherite to go out that way as well, because these are big and I'm going to need a couple of them. So what I want to do is come this way. A bunch of transport belts. Ah, there we go. 4 will probably do it rather than 6. So what I want to do is put this down here, tell it to sort crushed spherite, and I get these, which is iron, there's crushed iron, copper chunks, and pure iron. I believe it's crushed iron anyway, and slag. So even when smelting iron, you still get a bit of copper. And each of those, the first 3, the 2 iron and the copper, need to go into its own sorting facility, which is why this takes up a lot of space, but you do get a decent amount of material back from it. So it costs 30 bricks each, and I need a lot more than that. So I need to actually move this. Ah, good old steel pickaxe. Right, you run off up that way. Don't need you. You can come along here and run off up there after it, because I want a couple of ore sorting facilities. But I need to leave enough room to get all of the ores out, including the slag. So I need to leave a good couple of spaces in between. Now that was 3, so that should be enough. So I can have slag coming out of both of them and going that way. I can have copper coming out of the sides, like that there. That's going to be copper, and on this side as well. That's going to be copper. This is where it gets confusing. And then I want the other 2. Actually, I don't even have to have copper come out the sides there. I can have copper just sort of come out the corner there. I know it looks a bit ugly, but in the essence of saving space, I can have copper and then 1 iron, 2 iron. Let's separate those a little more from the copper. Like that. And both of those need to go into its own ore sorting facility, which means I need to cross paths with other belts. And I'm going to have a 3rd facility up there anyway, so maybe a 4th if I ever need that much iron, which I probably will, because it doesn't give you a great deal of iron out of it until you start refining that iron into something a little better. So we need more bricks. So get me more bricks. Let's put down another. Give me more bricks. And we're also starting to rebuild the surrounding area, which is nice. That way I can see when I'm about to get chewed on. Because I'm on single player, if I die, I lose. And the game stops. Okay, we need more fast inserters. That's a given. Once the rock's finished ticking around, Don't need more copper yet, so I can just leave that stuff down there. I'm going to put this in here and that in there. Because of the way inserters work, if it's got a few bits in, it won't put any more into crush, which is actually a little annoying. I'll take those back and I can use them over here, because I will need filter inserters, otherwise objects will get dumped everywhere, and that's not what we want. Right, give me bricks. I should have been making bricks ages ago, but I didn't think of it at the time. Alright, we can make 2 more ore sorting facilities. So all it requires is bricks and copper cores and green PCBs. Green electronic circuits, whatever you want to call them. Don't know why I call them a PCB. Might just be me. Now the problem with the sorting facilities is the slag it creates. I can't do anything with it at the moment. So let's have another 2 there, with the same setup, slag in the middle, copper, and then the 2 irons, and copper and the 2 irons. Now we need the sorting facilities for the 3 outputs, so we need another 3 of those. Which means more bricks. Give me bricks. Lots of bricks. This is where saving all of this comes in handy, because now I need more stone. More fast inserters. It'd probably be wise if I use 2 on each, but we only have 6 and not 8. Which means I'll just have to make more. So don't know what I'm complaining about. Although I've now got a large production run of stone going through, so never mind. More fast inserters. Fast inserters are actually a lot better for this kind of work. But we can start putting down the filters. So slag filters, copper, iron, copper, iron, copper, iron. We need more filters, which is always the way. So we need to find the filters. Copper we will find in the unknown here. Copper ore chunks. Wrong section. Crushed iron and purified iron. And then obviously the same here. Copper chunks, crushed iron, purified iron, rinse and repeat. And here we go slag, which I'll just copy and paste. Would be easier, wouldn't it? Copy, paste, paste, paste. Now we just wait. Wait for the stone to finish making. I should actually just build some factories and automate it, but that'd be a sensible idea, wouldn't it? We need more bricks anyway, so wait for those. Okay, we should have enough for... yeah, we've got enough for 3, so let's build 4 and knock 1 off. It's a good thing we've got lots of space this way, because I'm going to need it. And I'm going to need the same when I do it for the stereotype. Stereotype. I must learn the pronunciation. When I do it for the stereotype 2, that will however have to go... I might be able to fit it in here between the forest, or I might have to go the other way. Which will be unfortunate, because this will produce a bit of iron, which I will need to send up here. Or wherever I happen to be smelting the iron at the time. Because that will produce a different type of iron, that will produce the iron chunks, like this produces copper chunks. So that'll need its own sorting facility to make iron, and then that'll need to go and be smelted as well. Because once you sort these iron byproducts, it creates the regular iron ore that you're used to if you played Factorio before, which I can then later refine with technology using this one, the ore processing. That gives me a ore processing plant which makes processed iron ore using 4 iron ore, and then 4 iron ore then becomes 5 plates, so the efficiency suddenly becomes better. Just requires more space and power. But it's not like we're ever going to be short on power. There's another ore type that I haven't seen yet. That might actually be the joviite, but I'm not going to go over there and have a look because it's quite far away. And it's dark, it's always dark. I could turn the day-night cycle off, but I like it. It's gonna. Actually, I could actually bring the power over, couldn't I? That'd be helpful. Kind of right now. I do actually need better power. That was not what I wanted. That I want you there, and then come down here. Ugh, my eyes are failing me. Now I have to power everything up, so I'll stick that there. That's going to start working because I've already set it to start working. So one, can we get in here? No, we can't. So there, and there, and there, and there, and there. We want one working here. That should be fine. And then there, and then we're out of poles, which is typical. And I haven't got any wood, which is also typical. So let's go and get some of that. And then we need to power the fast inserts on the side as well. But they're now being produced, so we'll get some wood. $20. There we go. That's 40 poles. I did also have a mod that lets me grow trees and other plants, although I don't know what those other plants are or how useful they would be, but I don't really see the need to build or grow trees because there's always enough trees wherever you look, to the point where they get in the way. There, we're now sorting out the different byproducts, and there's slag up there as well, so that's how it works. And I know this looks ugly putting it straight onto a belt there, but it works. I don't need it to look nice, I need it to work. Looking nice is just a byproduct of it working. Right, filter inserters of course require fast inserters, which is aggravating because you get filter inserters. You can get filter inserters before you can get fast inserters, which is not always that helpful because you get filter inserters using electronics, but you need logistics to get the fast inserts. Is it logistics you need? Yes, I got it right. Look at that. I are smart. Right, we need 5 of those. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, exactly that. You were not quite in the right place, but then again, neither was that. So that needs to go there, and then that, and there, and there. Those ones work. I don't know, they need to work somehow. It's probably because I put this pole in the wrong place. Needs to go there, and well, that one could go there, but you can go there instead, which is, I believe, where the others sit. Nope, because That one needs to go there. But then, oh, problems. There we go. I have to use an extra pole anyway. Right, now all the sorters are working. I just need to put down the extra filters. And we might as well do it the hard way. That there, and that there, with that there. And we have activity. Right, now we need to get these materials to where they should be. We're going to have copper down south, because that makes it easier to dispose of. And then we're going to have one iron there, and I suppose one iron there. I don't know why I spread them so far apart. Probably so I can link them up easier. Might be my brain just planning ahead. But if I was planning ahead, I'd have transport belts waiting for me, wouldn't I? Never mind. Right, that needs to come down there, as does that one, and as does that one. But, he says, this one needs to come this way and travel up there. Like that. I don't have any more belts again. Let's make a load of iron gears. Because I have so much iron on me, I can make over 1,000 belts just with the iron I've got, but that wouldn't be very helpful. And then we can use probably fast inserters to put the ore in, or maybe regular inserters. See, now this facility is here, which means... okay. Get some belts. There we go. Let's see now. Nope, didn't want to do that. This one can go straight over. Yeah, but it's going to do that, so that's not what I want to do. I want to do that so it fills both sides. Even though these two aren't going to fill both sides, but that's not the point. It's not entirely the point anyway. That and that. And then obviously we've got this one. Come this way if I didn't keep hitting the belts anyway, and bouncing down. And one of the ugliest factories I've ever put together. But it's ugly out of necessity. It has to be ugly. Because I said so. Okay, well, we'll sort this out in a second. One at a time. One at a time. Let's get some underground belts going. And then some more of those, and then some more of those. Right. There's that one. This was a bad idea. Because I want this one to link into this one, and this one to go down there. But we should be able to do that anyway, if we do that. we can just get that one to come up there. And then bam, that one's done. And we can get this one to come down like that, and bam, that one's done. Just need another underground belt there. And you know what? Let's feed it around like that. That way the two inputs don't clog each other up. Okay, that's copper. That's copper chunks. Let's do this one. Let's reverse that. Let's have that come down there. So it's going to be awkward and do that. That one there. We can actually just have you extend this way and come down to there. Then we can have that do that and go there. Done, that's crushed iron. One more, purified iron. Well, that saves that confusion. Right. And then you can come up here. And you can... oh, that's about right there. Actually, that's... damn, almost had it. That goes there. And then you go there, and then you can go there. And then up there. And then like that. I'm going to move that rock because it's annoying. And I'm going to do that because that's annoying. There we go. Done, done, and done. Right, now as we need it for... we need English to work for a start. We need inserters to turn these into ores. And we also need to give back the bits of minerals that I stole. So you can have those back and put them back on the line. And so can you. You can have those back and put them back on the line. And you can have those back. Looks like some stone has leaked through, which is kind of annoying. Ah, it's because my stone line was full. You gotta watch out for that. So let's extend that just up here. That way we can forget about it a bit and not have it destroy production. Because now I've got all this stone coming through, I'll have to pick it up manually. And then I've got all this slag sat there, which I need to dispose of as well, the same way I do crushed stone at the moment. So let's get some inserters. If these aren't quick enough, I'm just going to swap them out for rapid inserters. Pretty sure I have more purified iron than that sat about. I did dump it in, didn't I? Yeah. Well, you don't get as much purified iron as you do crushed iron, but it still gives you the same amount of iron out of each. And so as another day ends, we need to set up a little output for slag that can go that way. Along with that one. I ran out of belts again. Well, because slag's moved now, the outputs are moving. Man, the inputs are moving. So now I've got all this crushed stone sitting here clogging up my line. A few things sat in the way. Crushed spherite sat in my inventory. I could just run down the line and pick it all up, but then I'll have a load of crushed spherite in my inventory, which I don't want. But such is the problems of messing up your inputs. But because these are already on double-sided lines, it makes it difficult to dispose of it all. So that one's not going to dispose of as far. So we'll just do that. Okay, we've got slack. I'll have to pick it all up anyway, so let's pick up the stone and just dump all that in there. And one last bit of stone that snuck through. Always the case. Because it's only feeding off one side. But that's fine. Now we can just scoop all of these up so they don't clog up the belts. They just clog up my inventory instead until later. And we are ready to process this nonsense. So that needs to be purified iron. That needs to be iron. Hold on, I think I have lost what I'm looking for. What are they? That's crushed iron ore. Iron ore chunks. Where's crushed iron? There, crushed iron. Lost it for a second. And copper chunks. It's in the crushed list, so I missed it. And that outputs ore. So all I need to now do is set up smelting. So I need my furnaces back. And I need a coal feed. I could use electric furnaces, I do have them. Electric stone furnace. Which would probably be easier. They consume less energy, actually. Not entirely sure what to do about that. And I could use coal power. I have plenty of coal, and no other use for coal, because I haven't found a mod that will let me turn coal into oil, or anything. If you can even turn coal into oil. I believe you can turn coal into oil in real life. I'm not entirely sure on that. But we need to put the furnaces down anyway, and I need another one because I've lost one for some reason. There we go. But first these need power. So there and there. And of course they're literally just one square away from each other. In terms of being able to connect properly. Same there. It's aggravating, to say the least. I will have to change those over for rapid inserters, won't I? I do actually have enough. Just do it quicker. Do it quicker, there we go. And then we have ore waiting for us to go and smelt it, so I need somewhere to smelt my iron ore. I need an iron ore line. Right, let's have... There's a bit of crude there. I'm going to need 2 more of those. I think I will just power it with coal. It's easier that way. Well, it's not. It's just cheaper on the electricity bill. Because each one of these is going to take up more electricity than I can be bothered with. and considering their efficiency, it's not worth it. So iron line. So I could do a split with just pure iron on both sides and then coal down the middle and have the iron output on the outsides. I'm not sure if that's going to be a terrible idea or not. And let's do that, because then I can have them output iron plates to, we'll see here. That's a high yield piece of crude oil right there. Let's move the furnace over, so we don't block that oil off later, because I can just use that later when I actually get oil processing. So just stick it to over there like that. Skip one, put one down, and then we'll have iron, we'll have coal, and we'll have more iron, and then we'll skip one and put down the other furnaces, and then we'll have an iron output there. Do I actually have any spare? I do, look at that, I do actually have some spare belts. And some iron output there. Let's deal with the output before I have to make some more inserters. And we can, of course, with the mod, just move which side these deposit on, like that. So we can fill up both sides. Although I was going to fill up both sides anyway, because I'm just going to have them join in the middle. Need a splitter for the iron. But we need to leave room for let the coal in. Because we can let the coal in from behind. Like so. And now we need more belts. And we'll deal with copper shortly. I'll have to have it run off and down here for copper smelting. I should actually be able to get a similar copper factory here. Get rid of some trees and probably tighten up this. Tighten up the spread of these down here. Hopefully avoid the little puddle. I could get rid of a bunch of trees, but it's the price we pay. Because I could definitely make these. I could definitely make these three closer to the four saws. It would look a little more confusing, but I could do it. Got plenty of space to work with. I just spaced them out so that it's easier to see on the video. I actually want that to do that, and then that, like that. Right, now these are going to both be outputting iron, so we might as well just do that and have it run down straight into there. Then we can have some. Then we can have one outputting on the far lane and one outputting on the near lane, or both of them outputting on both lanes, whichever I fancy doing. We need to get coal into here, which will be fine because we can get in between the copper belt. I want it to look fancy and space saving. Because we can do this, and we can run out of belts. I guess to have some in reserve. Don't have any more, so let's get some more gear wheels going. We do have a couple of spare coal mining drills, but we'll need a couple more to output enough copper to keep up, and we're out of belts. So we might as well move these two. I remember I did turn on the advanced drills, so we have advanced drills. I need to check the waste outputs. The waste outputs are fine. Mainly because I haven't been outputting the refined ore, so another 40, another 90 belts. It's amazing how quickly you go through them. 6 coal, that should do for now. I'm not smelting a massively high volume of iron. I've only got 8 furnaces, so we'll just have copper run down there like that. Don't know why I put it on that side, but that'll do for now until I sort out stereotype. That'll do. And a couple of outputs. One near, one far. You can be the near one. And that'll output copper. Oh, those are going to need to be rapid, aren't they? They are indeed going to need to be rapid. You're near. Just to keep up with production. There, and that's working. Steady stream of copper. That's what I like about this mod. It takes Factorio and it makes it more confusing. And I like that. Because I am the type of person that likes playing Dark Souls. Well, yeah, I am, but I just like complex factories. I don't know, after you get established in Factorio, I just find it too, well, easy. I mean, you have supply problems and stuff like that, but more often than not I have supply problems. But that just means all that requires is just more drills, or drills in other places and ferry it over by train or something. And now we've got copper going, so coal going. We do have copper going, we also have coal going. And I'm going to need some rapid inserters for those, so let's get 10. Let's get some more regular inserters as well whilst we're at it. Plenty of coal in my inventory, which I don't particularly need, so that can just dump into here. I mean, I'm going to need a new furnace for more bricks, but we'll just use electric furnaces because I don't have to worry about sticking coal in things. 25 in there. Okay, now we've got coal coming along. Oh, we're going to need some long-handed inserters, aren't we? Forgot about that. Right. Rapid. Or fast, I should say. They are rapid, but they're called fast. Inserters. You need some power cables. For this nonsense, and then we're going to need to link it up to something. Like that. Cool. Hopefully we're still producing enough electricity. Yeah, plenty. Right, now we just need the fast inserters to dump iron. Dump iron. There and there, and that's symmetrical. Because I like symmetry. Near and far. Makes it very useful, to that mod that lets me change this stack placement and actually stack angle. I can have inserters running at 45-degree angles now. I believe the purified iron actually kicks out more iron per load. It kicks out like... What's the recipe? 10 purified iron for 10 iron, I think? Yeah. Whereas this one is 10 for 7, so 10 crushed for 7 iron. And now we have those, so we just need the long arms for coal. And the short arms for iron. And then we have run out of inserts. And then we have iron production. Fully automated iron production. But at a later date, when I actually set up some factories and get automation going and start making some science packs, I will be needing to change the. I'll need to reroute the iron ore over to iron, the iron enrichment, the iron processing plants, so that they can become processed iron, and then I can smelt that instead and get more iron plates. I'll have the iron processing just here. I can just I can do a loop on the belt so that this one doesn't get clogged up too quick, and then have a couple of processing facilities and then have that run down into the smelters. But we need more belts again. I will actually set up a factory to make belts and gear wheels, because obviously you need to make gear wheels. Copper's going, I need to start smelting that rather than using the we're getting full on that stuff. I'm not actually outputting slag on from this one because the belt's full, because it's taking from the near side, which is just using this facility. But that's not exactly a problem, it's just probably poor design. And the fact that you get a lot more crushed iron, and this one is kind of clogged up from the iron belt, so it's always going to happen. One will be prioritised over the other, but at least it's moving. Two of them will work at least, if not three. But we need to. I'm actually going to leave some room for future smelter expansion. I'm not sure I'll need it, not once I start getting processed iron ore, but we'll have them join there, if I can get it in the right place. There are, and now I don't need to move it, hopefully. I should be able to get another 8 in there. But yeah, I mean that's about all I can cover today, because this has been quite a decently long episode for what it was, setting up ore sorting using mainly Angel's refining along with Angel's ores. I suppose you could call it a showcase of Angel's ores and Angel's refining. I do also have Angel's processing, but I haven't quite got to that yet, so I will need to move my research centres over to where I'm actually producing stuff. I've also got bodmium and more spherite over here. If I should ever need more spherite, which I doubt. I will eventually, obviously, need more spherite, but I don't need it at the moment. If I do, I'm just going to pipe it round and make an extra long belt. So anyway, yes, I will be doing the same with the stereotype over down here, probably off camera, because it's literally just the same setup as this. I'll just have another, it'll just be 2 outputs for copper and 1 output for iron, and I'll run the iron up into this somewhere. Maybe bring it up along the side and sort of have it insert itself, or maybe insert itself at the top. That'd be easier. That way I wouldn't have a bottleneck from anything. That's the problem, this facility is going to sort of choke itself out because of the iron. But never mind, that's just a problem for another day, or it's not even a problem. It's just going to choke up a couple of facilities. If it starts choking up all the facilities because of the crushed iron not being able to get through, then I'm going to have to do something about it. But other than that, thank you all for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you like Factorio. Tell me if you've been playing it. Tell me if you've played Angel's Refining, or Angel's Ores, the Angel mod, or whether you've played 5dim or Bob. There are 2 other major mods, or there's another one, NAR mod, but that hasn't been updated for the experimental build. Leave a like if you enjoyed. You can also share with your friends. It would help me out a great deal, and I'd very much appreciate it if you did. And you can subscribe for more. And I shall see you all later.